Hello, YouTube. It is straight up 5 o'clock. Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. Here comes the headlines.
News expansion. 15 minutes of commercial-free, non-stop news, traffic, and weather starts now.
I'm Becky Lynn. It's 5 o'clock.
We need to know, our kids need to know, that this drug is so dangerous.
A scary reality about our teens and drugs. Also, tonight,
it's a great value. We're trying to introduce it slowly but surely.
the U.S.
Drugs
Postal
are bad,
Service
okay?
has launched a new service.
1,180 people dying on the roads last year.
Some tragic news. Traffic accidents and deaths are way up in Arizona. All of this
Can
is
y'all
coming
drive
up.
like
Here's
shit?
Our first story, our top story tonight. New research shows that nearly 40% of Arizona kids don't know what fentanyl is, while the state continues to deal with a crisis over this deadly
That's
drug.
because they call them
KTAR's Taylor
blues.
Tassler
Just tell them
joins us
blues.
live
They know what
with
blues are.
specifics.
Yeah, Becky, the Arizona Youth Survey asked 50,000 Arizona kids about fentanyl. Andrew Lefevre, the executive director of the Arizona Criminal Justice Commission, explains the survey found less than 20% of kids say they've talked to a parent or guardian about the dangerous drug within the past year.
About 40% of the youth reported they had never heard of fentanyl. And that number is nearly 50% for
because the
8th
kids
graders,
call it blues.
50% for 10th graders, and 25%.
All these old people are so out of touch.
Lefevre urges parents to talk to and educate their kids about the drug. Reporting live in Phoenix, Taylor Tassler, KTAR News.
Not one mention of the word
So
blues.
let's get our first
Talk
look
to your
at 5
kids
o'clock
about
right now.
blues.
Detroitans in the Valley
Hey,
Chevy
do
Dealers
you have
Traffic
friends
Center.
that do blues?
Thank you, Becky Lynn. After hearing your
Christ,
newscast,
these
it
people are
shouldn't
idiots.
shock anybody. There's another new freeway crash. Southbound I-17 approaching the I-10 split. We've got the left lane blocked on a collision there at the split. Southbound 17 just approaching. Stay right if you're coming into the interchange and expect some brake lights. Everybody else is trying to get right as well. Also, I hate to even say it out loud when we have a wreck here, but we've got one.
Whoopsie.
Southbound Ironwood at Germain. Yeah, it's a major problem. 2 miles of southbound slowing. You need detours. Get over to Ellsworth. That'll get you to Rittenhouse, and that'll get you back to Ironwood and around it without a big backup.
There's a real shortage of alternate routes in that part of town.
Thomas, 51st Avenue and Broadway, Greenway at Reeves, and Dobson at Ocotillo. This traffic report brought to you by 72 Sold.
Oh shit, here's my gap. I'm gonna have to make a U-turn where it says no U-turn.
72 Sold eliminates all the hassles of selling your home the traditional way. Visit 72sold.com today. Deidre and KTAR News.
Oh, that was kind of meta.
Spoken
Spoken ad for 72 Sold while I'm staring at a 72 Sold billboard.
Wonder
if I could get them to sponsor my channel.
Slight chance of rain. It's 106 right now in Peoria. Weather brought to you by Howard Air. It's 5:03 KTAR Eyes on Education.
By and large, we have seen growth in our students' academics.
We're getting a first look at the latest standardized testing results for Arizona students.
The results of the new standardized test students in grades 3rd through 8th took in the spring show some good.
I'd just be impressed if they can teach kids that the word lose, as in not winning, lose is spelled with one O. If they could just teach kids that, I think we'd be, improving things. Just saying. So I'm on my way to the post office. Got an order actually going out on the eBay. I got 2 orders, but I didn't have time to get the second one shipped. I was kind of lackadaisically taking my time working on getting it shipped and working on uploading. Oh shit! I'm almost out of gas. Working on uploading my videos from yesterday to YouTube. Dude, why are you trying to pass me on the right, asshole? Accomplishes nothing other than pissing me off. Guess he had to get to that red light before I did. Yeah, so I'm trying to do a little bit of editing to the videos because I just shot so much raw video, and generally that's all I've been doing is with this channel is just shooting raw video, posting it, shoot it, post it, shoot it, post it. But I shot a lot yesterday. I did a lot yesterday, and of course if you've made it to this, that's already since been posted, and this is probably going to end up getting posted, in a few days, just because I know it's going to take me a while to deal with everything that I shot yesterday. But I did succeed in doing something really minor, and I'm sure a lot of other people are like, oh, you didn't know how to do that? Dude, that's simple, that's easy. Are you stupid? No, just didn't know how to do it. But I finally, for the first time ever, succeeded in taking like 2 videos that were shot, one after another, and combining them into a single video. And did that on the iPhone, both videos I shot on the iPhone. By the way, shooting this on the iPhone. Both videos that I shot on the iPhone, and stitched them together, which made for, rather than 2 short kind of disconnected videos, it made for a better continuous video. And that was surprisingly easy to do. Come to find out, I guess it was an ad from Apple on Reddit that directed me to a website that showed me how to do it. I think that's where it came from. Anyway, and I know the information's out there to show you how to do that stuff. I should maybe try to watch some of those kind of tutorials on YouTube and Google some of that kind of stuff, because I know if I took some effort to try to learn how to do some of that kind of stuff, I'd probably figure it out. Anyway, however the default transition is to put those 2 videos together, I used it, which kind of sucks because the video, I wanted to just be just a clean, like the equivalent of a splice of just the one ends and just immediately into the other one. And it did sort of a crossfade where like the last word I said sort of fades out. Not a big deal, and I just like, fuck it, not worth the effort to try to change it. But yeah, that's not what I wanted, and damned if I could figure out like if there was a setting to make it not do the fade, to make it just do a just straight, jump cut. But anyway, mission accomplished, whatever. Got it uploaded as a single video versus 2 separate videos, and it worked better that way. Where I'm stuck on it right now, and again, by the time you're seeing this, I will have already figured it out and moved on, but I did this walk yesterday through the zone as I left the county clerk's office, which, yeah, by the way, I did make it to the county clerk's office to actually read some of the actual documents and get some more information about the lawsuit where oh goodness, like a belch stuck in my chest. I hate it when that happens. Trying to get the I got some information on the website. Sorry, brain fart. On the lawsuit, were a bunch of the property owners and business owners down in the zone where the giant, where Arizona's largest homeless encampment is. Their lawsuit against the city of Phoenix. I managed to get that. Get a lot of information on that. And anyway, when I left the clerk of court's office, I decided I was gonna try and see if I could get food at this sub shop, which is the owners of which are one of the plaintiffs in that case, and I wanted to walk to it and get lunch there. Well, as it turned out, it was too late for me to get lunch there, so that sucked. And as I was walking through the zone, it was just so sketchy through there, I kind of got nervous and didn't go as directly through as I wanted to. But I did actually walk through quite a bit of the zone, got some pretty awesome footage. But in order to kind of keep a firmer hand on my phone and not be as so obnoxiously like, hey, look, everybody, I'm videoing you. I shot the video vertically as opposed to horizontally with the intention of cropping it and editing it to be 16 by 9, widescreen horizontal video. That was my plan, because I've learned how to do that, how to edit, how to rotate vertical video to horizontal video and vice versa, and then how to crop out in it. In fact, a lot of my shorts that I've been posting are actually clips from videos that are shot, in the proper way, horizontal like this, where I've done a vertical crop out of it, and that's worked out well. So I kind of got that down. I know how to do that, and so doing it in the opposite direction, I figured should be pretty much the same procedure. I think I know how to do it, but I shot the video on the iPhone in 4K because the iPhone will shoot 4K video, thinking, well, that'll give me the maximum resolution to crop crop horizontal video out of. So it's not just horribly low res. And but the app that I'm using, the editor I'm using to do that, is on the Android, and I totally forgot that the crappy Obama phone Android here, it doesn't support 4K video. It caps out at 1080p of what it can handle. So, whoops. Not sure how I'm going to solve that problem. Hopefully I can get that figured out before I head to work today. But right now I need to get my order shipped. Frustrated myself I didn't get the other order I sold. I sold 2 CDs to one person, so those are both going together. Yay, a little less money spent on shipping. A little more profit for myself because I have so little profit on selling CDs these days. And I sold a Laserdisc. In fact, I think it's probably the last Laserdisc I had for sale up on my YouTube store, or on my, on my eBay store. But then at the last moment I remembered, shit, they cut the hours at the post office here and they close at 5:30, so I just better get out of here and have to ship that other one tomorrow, which is fine. I mean, it just sold yesterday, so it's not late or anything. But anyway, I'm going to try and see if I can combine this video with the next video. I think I got that down. So I will be right back. And I'm back, YouTube. It's 5:17 p.m. And I'm headed to Rob's shop now. Went fairly quick at the post office. Kind of thinking I should have taken the time to pack that Laserdisc as well, but anyway, hindsight is 20/20, and I'm out of time now. What is this guy doing? Guess he's afraid to walk in front of that car, even though he has the right of way to walk in front of that car. So he walked in front of me instead. Can't say I blame him. I mean, it wasn't that long ago I was walking down a sidewalk like that, and some fool in a car just coming out of a parking lot who was stopped. I walked in front of them, they were stopped, and they just went and plowed right into me. So, yeah, can't say I blame him. It sucks walking in Phoenix. By the way, it is hot out today. I'm trying to think what the temperature is. Let me check my weather widget on the Obama phone. 105 degrees. Not as hot as it was supposed to get today. They were saying it was going to get to 110. Although the forecast I heard yesterday was saying that today was supposed to be the last day of our little heat wave, and it was supposed to get back into the low 100s. Into the low 100s tomorrow. Damn, there's just enough traffic coming to the left that I can't go. Here's my break. Oh, so yeah, as I was saying, I trying to learn how to do a little bit of video editing and very basic stuff I'm doing right now. And anybody who knows how to do video editing, they're probably just looking at me going, God, how dense are you? But this is kind of a new thing for me. At least doing it on an iPhone is, and doing it on a really low-end Android. The two that I put together into one video, that was I did that with iMovie, which I guess comes built, just kind of comes bundled with iOS on iPhones. Although since this particular iPhone was imaged with an image of my old iPhone 6s Plus, I had to re-download that because apparently I probably took it off the phone as an app that I didn't use just to free up some space. So, anyway, air conditioning's still working. That's a good thing. Car seems to be idling a little differently than it was before. Not sure if that's a bad thing. I don't know. It just sounds a little different when it idles. But the air conditioning feels nice and cool, and that's a good thing. It's actually kind of cold on the ride home from Amazon this morning. Actually, I turned it off a couple of times because I was just straight up getting cold. I was so tired coming home from Amazon. I worked really hard. In fact, I had a couple people comment, it's like, dude, you're working so much harder than everybody. Like, why? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. It's like, if I'm here, I got a job to do. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna work. Yeah, I don't have it in me to be a quiet quitter, I guess. Ended up water spidering the entire shift. Yesterday was kind of an odd day at Amazon. A lot more people working than the day before, and saw a lot of people yesterday I hadn't seen in quite a while. I mean, keep in mind, I took over 2 weeks off. I did find out that one of my favorite coworkers apparently quit while I was gone, and I'm really bummed about that. Larry, who was the lead forklift driver for inbound, is gone. And you know, we had talked, Larry and I had talked about exchanging numbers, because he said he really wanted to come out and see me sing someplace, either at one of my own shows or at another bar where I'm singing karaoke, just because Tessa, who's one of the managers there, has seen me sing a few times over at Osbar, and had told him that I was a lot better, that I was pretty good. She was kind of surprised by that. She's like, I didn't know that guy could sing. But anyway, yeah, I gotta ask around. I'm sure somebody's got Larry's phone number and can pass my number on to him. But I'm assuming he probably got a better job. You know, at this point, he's got substantial experience as a forklift driver, and it's my understanding that being a forklift driver most everywhere pays more. Although my only search so far on a recruiting website for forklift driver jobs, the only one I saw was for Restaurant Depot, and it paid less, about $1 less than I'm getting paid at Amazon. So that was a little disappointing. But I'm sure those jobs are out there. Speaking of me driving a forklift, I did not do my retraining yesterday. That was supposed to happen yesterday. And I did talk to the gal who runs the training. So a couple of odd things happened yesterday. The most unusual thing that happened is we had apparently a tornado drill at work, which was weird. Like, I've been told what the procedure is in the case of a tornado and like where we're supposed to go, but I tell you, if somebody asked me where I was supposed to go, I'd have been like, I don't know, I'm just gonna follow everybody else. I don't know, sorry. Anyway, I know where to go now, so there's something. Oh, they did a really piss poor job of communicating with everybody. It's like where we were, you know, what exactly we were doing. For the most part, it was just this mammoth waste of time where we all went to a section of the warehouse that most of us had never been to. And it's actually not even a part of, because there's functionally 2 Amazon facilities in that building. There's GYR3 and there's KRB3, and we went to an area that was KRB3, so that was odd. I'm not sure if Rob is still here or not. Anyway, I need to wrap this up. He did my air conditioning. We forgot to do my headlines, so he just pop out and do the headline real quick. So I'm gonna go in, handle that, and I will explain more about what happened at Amazon last night in the next video. Well, damn. As you saw when I pulled up, one of Rob's mechanics was here, but Rob is not here himself. The mechanic told me that Rob went to pick somebody up. So, yeah, it's 5:26 p.m. right now. I got a few more things I want to wrap up at home before I head to Amazon, and I definitely need to change clothes as well, since I'm wearing flip-flops and shorts. I hate backing out here when I'm passionate, especially this time of day. Like, when I'm backing up, I can look behind me and see that it's clear, but there's a attractive woman at the bus stop. Not the one in my little video that I shot at that bus stop, though. God, I still keep thinking about that woman. She was, from what I could see, she was gorgeous, but I didn't see her face. I just saw the back of her head. Oh, I really regret not hanging out there and waiting for the next bus for 2 reasons. One, the bus I got on was not the bus I meant to get on. which, I mean, it worked out fine. I went to Tempe and shot some cool videos walking around Tempe and got the breakfast burger from Whataburger that I was craving, and also found out where there's a Fat Burger, which is nice. Haven't been to Fat Burger yet, but it's tucked away in the back of my brain as an option. So, but yeah, part of me really is wishing that I had just sat there, and although I wouldn't be surprised if she still didn't wake up, between by the time the bus that I wanted to get on, which would have been the 32 North, I wouldn't have been surprised if she didn't wake up by the time that got there either. She seemed to be sleeping really good. God knows what kind of high she was sleeping off, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've met somebody in a random place like that and ended up like hanging out and hooking up, and I don't know. I just sometimes fantasize about that sort of thing happening again, because it's not like it's never happened to me. I've had some really interesting hookups in my life, to say the least. And I should maybe tell more stories about some of those, because I got a feeling some of the people that watch this would find it interesting. But anyway, I'm sure there's other people who would just straight up find it disturbing. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, I wanna try and edit, see what I can do. I just want to play with a little bit more video editing and see what I can do to edit that 4K vertical video down. I wanna get the entire segment in a chunk of 1080p horizontal video, or even 720p, whatever. Just horizontal video. I'm not even too picky about the resolution. I just want it to be, look as good as I'm capable to get it to look. And the other thing I'm trying to do with it is, and of course, by the time you're watching this, I've already dealt with this, because I'm trying to keep everything going in chronological order. Oh, there goes my alarm. Time to wake up. Yeah, 2 days in a row I woke up way earlier than I should have, which means I'm going to be dragging butt at work today. Although it's not going to be as bad as it was yesterday, because yesterday I was tired when I got to work from all the walking around I did in the heat. And yeah, as I was saying, by the time I left the building, I was just exhausted. I was like so tired I didn't want to drive on the freeway. I took Van Buren home most of the way. Didn't shoot video, too tired to talk. Just driving slow. Just trying to stay awake. Anyway, yeah. By the time you see this, I will have already sorted it out. But anyway, as I came out of the Clerk of Courts building yesterday, and I might try to put some links to these videos in this video, just in case you haven't seen them yet. Right as I was wanting to start the video with kind of a shot of myself, as I talked about like what I had found out about the homeless, the lawsuit regarding the city of Phoenix neglecting the homeless encampment in the zone. And I wanted to start it with video of myself kind of talking, and then just flip the phone around and then just kind of do a first person sort of thing. Right as I started recording, there was some bizarre sound coming out of the parking garage above the Clerk of Courts building there. I still have no idea what the hell it was. If it was some kind of bird or if it was a bat. I have no idea what the hell that sound was. I don't think I've ever heard that kind of sound before in my life. I'm assuming it was some kind of animal. I don't know, bird, bat, whatever it was. It was loud and kind of unnerving and kind of loud. And I definitely want to try to make that into a short and see if I can do it as a short in 4K, since it was shot in 4K. But yeah, that's what I'm going home to do. Exciting stuff. So I've got this pinched nerve in my neck. It started hurting early Monday morning. It's still hurting today. I've been taking some painkillers for it. Fortunately, I got plenty of leftover painkillers from the whole toothache ordeal. When I was at the post office, waiting in line at the post office, Priscilla texted me and asked if I wanted her to come over and rub it. And I actually turned her down. Not that I wouldn't enjoy that, but I knew I was heading over to Rob's shop after I left the post office. Figured I'd be at Rob's shop a little bit longer, but yeah, just like, yeah, sorry, no time. Although I do kind of half expect she's probably going to pop by my place. In fact, she might be there right now. She is making progress in getting her stuff out of my place. I did notice a lot more clear space on the kitchen counter today. That's comforting. Still a bunch of crap there on hers. I tell you, of all the things I'm waiting for her to clear her shit out of, right now is my fridge. I'm just looking forward to emptying that refrigerator out and cleaning it really good, and then actually having some food stuff in there. Looking forward to getting my kitchen clean enough that I'm comfortable to prepare food in it again. It's been a long time. Anyway, I said I was going to explain more about what happened at work yesterday. So yeah, we had this drill. You know, it was an interesting distraction. Honestly, for me, it was just a break. I was, water spider yesterday, which can be really physically demanding work. So it felt good to just kind of stand around and bullshit with people for a while. The most memorable thing that happened to me, and I'm sure it was not even remotely memorable for her, but I finally saw Georgia from Decant again, who, when I was, one of the days I was working, unloading totes in Outbound, she was a water spider who came back numerous times. It was just super, super friendly with me, and I was, to be honest, I was kind of enamored with her. And not that she was smoking hot, but she wasn't unattractive, but she just had such a bubbly demeanor, and it just like had such an energy that I'm just like, oh yeah, this is a woman I'd love to spend more time with. And I figured I'd see her again, and then I never saw her again. And I just kept thinking, God, I gotta remember her name. And I just was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I can't forget her, Georgia from Decant. I never saw her again, and I was beginning to think she probably quit the job. But I did see her at the drill, and I thought I recognized her, but it's been so long. But I thought I recognized her, and it's to the point where I kind of felt odd, but I was like glancing down. She was like right next to me as they were scanning our badges to show that we had participated in this drill, and I guess they had to make sure they had a count, of everybody. And I looked down, and so I'm trying to remember her name because it's been a while. But I look down, I look at the name tag, and I see it says Georgia, and I'm looking at her. And I'm kind of like hoping that she'll recognize me, and obviously she didn't whatsoever. Yeah, I don't look the same when I'm not up on a forklift. What can I say? But I didn't realize, like, it didn't click in my head who she was until after we'd kind of gone in separate directions. Now, it did occur to me while we were still doing the drill, and I'm kicking myself in the ass and I didn't walk back to her, but I was thinking about it, like, yeah, shit, like, I recognized her and I'm still thinking about her, and like, she didn't recognize me at all. That's not a good sign. Anyway, I hope to see her again. I want to get to know her, just saying. So as I was saying, I didn't get to do my pit training. After lunch, I went and talked to the woman who I talked to the day before about getting retrained, who had made me feel really positive. She says that yeah, she was just going to have me do some of the things, not the whole thing, and that there had been very many, that there were comments left on the messaging system, as well as she had heard really positive stuff about me, and that the investigation showed that I didn't particularly do anything wrong other than not watching my my progress as closely as I obviously should have. But it's not like I was driving careless or anything. Anyway, that was supposed to happen yesterday. Now, she said she wasn't 100% sure if there would be time, and I was thinking that the whole tornado the whole tornado drill would have impacted the time. But when I saw her after lunch, she told me that she had that there's this training area they call the pit training area, and it's like a little corral with safety barriers around it. Apparently they put bigger safety barriers on it, she told me. I haven't gone there in a long time. It is really far away from any place where I normally work. Although I did actually walk kind of near it at one point yesterday, just trying to find a bathroom that was open and not occupied, because Taco Bell. And anyway, it didn't occur to me I could have walked right by it, and I didn't. And looked, but I didn't, and now I regret not doing that. But anyway, she said there were new safety barriers around it. I kind of wanted to see that, but she said the problem with her not being able to train me, and then she said that she was also doing the single man scissor lift training, and that she was going to try to get to me after that. And she said she had to cancel that as well because there's some kind of construction equipment parked, like some kind of a vehicle. Heavy equipment, something parked inside the corral that, inside the area, the training area. And she was saying there was nobody in the building on night shift that was qualified to move it. So that it would have to get moved today. And she said that she put in some messages and stuff to the day shift needs to get it moved today. So knock on plastic, that gets done, and I start my day when I go into work this evening in less than an hour and a half I start my day with forklift training. She did tell me as soon as I clock in just to head down to learning, so really eager to get back in the forklift. It's not that I dislike being a water spider or even a line loader. And for me, generally, when I work in inbound, I just go back and forth. Like, management doesn't even question it. In fact, kind of funny, at one point I was throwing on PID 1, and the AM or not the AM, but the PA who is generally in charge of the line loaders, walked up to me. She says, "Hey, Daniel, can I get you to move over to PID 2?" And I'm like, I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. But so you know, I'm actually water spidering right now." And she goes, "Oh, didn't even realize it." I'm like, "Yeah." And because I think the whole time she was watching, I was throwing boxes. But I don't know. For me, I'm just not one to stand around and do nothing. And sometimes workflow gets backed up in certain places. Like, I'm not going to just stand there holding a pallet jack when there's no places to put product that I'd be bringing out as a water spider. And on the same token, I'm not so down with just standing around leaning on my pallet jack waiting for problem solvers to get stuff ready for me to take. If that's going on and there's not pallets to move, and I really haven't been physically up to stacking pallets, so there's that. That would be my normal fallback position. I just go and stack pallets, but I just like the pit driver seemed to be fine with loading crooked pallets, and I just didn't feel physically up to that. But at this point, I just look for unfinished stacks or just whatever, or find a place to just start line loading on a line that's short of line loaders, until I notice that there's some space on the lines, and then I'll run back to the loading zones and see what's up. But yeah, it's not that I don't mind, that I don't like doing that, but I'm just a lot happier driving a forklift and a lot less physically exhausted from doing it as well. So, and I get the feeling, especially with Larry gone, that there's just a need. I mean, we weren't short on forklift drivers yesterday, but I got a feeling it would be. Oh, and speaking of forklift driving, speaking of, and Taco Bell, I left a burrito in the far break room at the end of the night. I was almost out the building, and then I was like, oh shit, it's like 2 minutes before time to clock out, and I realized I'd left a burrito in the fridge at the back break room. So I walked back to it. There's actually a time clock over there, so sometimes I'll just clock out there. But anyway, it's a good thing that I wandered back there, because as I was walking out of there, I ran into the person who was my supervisor at over at in inbound. So it's cool. I haven't talked to her in a while, so she's pretty eager to have me back working for her, and that's good to know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Wrapping this up, and there's always going to be more videos. Probably not going to shoot one on the way to Amazon. I don't know. I might. Haven't decided yet. But regardless, thanks for watching.